extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
Que aconteceu?
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Eu esqueci de comercial, tá ligado?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Segmento nota B.
Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Boozman out.
You're gonna need a whole new lining up there.
Minister, it's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolfe, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolfe.
Man, but that's a firm handshake you.
Cara, eu não posso apertar na hora que aparece o choquinho, é isso? Se não tomo choque? Choquito?
You'll see, Dan.
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine.
Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Ai!
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in
Ah, velho, foi na hora que eu apertei.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital.
Ah, velho, foi na hora que eu apertei, tá
No,
ligado?
you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges mostly.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but we're being surprisingly secretive about
Véi,
it.
para na hora que eu apertar.
Okay, it's not usually how it works.
Eu vou deixar no 3 mesmo, tá ligado? Eu vou deixar na 2 e ser feliz.
Scares you.
Ah, oh.
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera
Oh,
there?
sorry, it's camera call right there.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the
Ah, velho, agora eu vou ficar tomando esse choquito, tá ligado?
He'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. And I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds...
Eu não acredito nisso.
Awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away.
Não apertar
He
2.
would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial,
Vamos lá.
medical and
Tamo
emotional
indo, tamo
costs are
indo
all
sem levar
catered for
choquito.
and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it.
Ah, por enquanto estamos de boa, tá tranquilo, sem mais
Don't want to burden
choquito.
themselves or their families.
Estamos de boa. O programa tá rolando de tranquilidade.
Just given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I freaking fried my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
No, yes, sorry. My apologies. Oh,
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
sorry. I've got sacked again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation
Aye.
might feel somewhat...
Jesus, I rolled your face, fucker. That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
That the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
For fuck's sake.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe.
Ah, velho, tava lá no azulzinho, tá ligado? Trabalhei tão bem pro cara começar a xingar mais do que o mundo.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Our thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Why bother straightening?
So they just...
The same, sir.
You can straighten.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's my nephew, so...
Eu morri?
I thought the leak.
Eu morri? Transmissão concluída. Tirei o E. Oh, qual foi? Cadê meu E, velho? Eu joguei bem pra caramba. Sequência E ali no final. Nave. Aqui. Você recebeu todo o seu pagamento. Riqueza atual. Começando a enriquecer. Ações. PC subiu. De aqui. Subiu. Show de bola. Mundo caiu. Troço caiu. E o canal tá me vendo mal. Tem que trabalhar melhor, então. Tá acabando o que? O jogo, Brinda? Não, porque já tomei choque, velho. Não é legal, não. Eu, pelo menos, não gosto. Tá, coisa de tomar choque, já basta tomar o choque de realidade. Imagina tomar o outro. Tá maluco, velho. É muito complicado. Dia 1. Isolamento.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
We'll be going live to the National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on
This has no credibility, Jenny.
on Channel 1.
Agora eu tenho que ficar olhando pro lado pra dar choquinho em um bicho?
Wrong with this picture? And
It's not a mess.
television
Everything is where it should be. It's
Eu vou
ramshackle
continuar
and
mal,
characterful, and I expect you to know the difference.
Família e primeiro.
Of course,
Trabalho e a gente
Megan's
procura
place is
outro.
lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's Lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
starring Lawrence Blundercat as
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
As she says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
It's the National Weather Report.
5, 4, 3,
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
and I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefuck? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs were so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Eu vou ouvir o barulhinho, né, quando o
Going
bichinho
stir
aparecer.
crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behavior in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in a Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle thugging.
Going it alone, popular crustacean Johnny Hamsleeves is back in the news today as his astonishing photograph that he linked himself shows exactly how he's been spending his lockdown.
It seems that when the lockdown was announced, Johnny's long-term partner
Eu vou
was
passar.
busy in the capital preparing her new show, Chocolate Clit Bombs, for its now postponed grand opening. Let's hope the exhibits
Eu vou
don't
passar segunda.
It's great to see a celebrity using their time wisely, as the government suggests, by developing a new hobby or fetish, and most importantly, by keeping your spirits up. Nice to see Johnny doing his little bit.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen Horgans brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen
Choquinho.
Horgensvoord
Tá boa.
the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings from Dante's Tate, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you. I don't know what a Mrs. Pluckless Pug is, but they sound like they're causing you guys real problems. We've been trapped down here for 8,961 days now, and all I can say is I sure am glad Mum and Dad chose not to get on that
Bicho
path.
é muito engraçado,
Me
velho.
and the rest of the family,
Vai lá
we've
aqui,
been getting on
vai lá
famously,
tirem.
and sometimes Mum stops crying for upwards of 20 minutes. Also, it turns out, as push, you can eat flags, if you can handle the stomach cramps and the amnesia. Greetings from Dante's Tate, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right, and as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
The thicker the goldfish.
there's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
We have it from several sources that rich runaways have actually begun to spontaneously lose their teeth one by one. Is it some sort of cosmic justice, or has masked vigilante
É que agora não tem mais
Dennis
coisa.
been up to his old tricks again?
And Advance speaks out. with the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world.
Agora não tenho tempo aqui em cima para me ajudar.
Statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. One of the many new jobs I have in this current crisis is to liaise on a daily basis with the Department of Perambulation, and they have made me aware of these. Now, these are genuine requests from citizens for permission to go outside. Now, I would like to share a few of these with you tonight under the loose heading of what the fuck is wrong with you people? How difficult is this to grasp? I'd like to start with James from Angerhampton, who says he needs to go out because there's a duck in the park that I like to try and feed on a Friday. I call him Mr. Quackington, and I think we're really starting to bond. No, James, they make their hives in parks. And then Katie, from self-righteous...
Cara, daqui pra ele era muito FNAF, né? O conceito base de eu ficar num canto...
No, Katie, stay at home, you casserole dyer, and Shirley can get by with tins of...
No início parece mó de boa.
And you, Lewis, from Hamble Bamblebury, those screens...
E agora tem que ficar cuidando de lado para outro.
Left to the police. Now I want to make this as clear as I can. Think first. Stop sending me stupid, sodding requests and stay inside. Pretend it's not happening until we tell you it's all over. Thank you.
Ridiculous stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be probing heartthrob reporter Patrick Bannon, while I take a deep dive into some controversial opinions with
Agora ficou pouquinho mais tranquilo.
And then, in our third segment,
Agora.
because our editor is also working from home,
Agora tem tempo. Dai.
I can't wait.
Don't do that.
And in a moment, Jeremy Grumpelson and I will be asking controversial CEO Sophia Remington where it all went wrong.
And psychic scientist Dr. Delia Lywell will be joining us, presumably to provide a bit of false hope.
Maybe she'll tell you how you're going to die, Jeremy.
Too late. I'm certain it happened months ago.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.